I'm Martin. I play guitar in Terror. And we're here in Ybor City, which is basically Tampa. And we're playing tonight here at the Orpheum with the Story So Far. And this is Amber. She's going to ask me some questions.
Can you tell us about the new record? Any influences, any specific influences that went into the writing process?
Well, that's a hard question for me to answer because I don't write the music in the band.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I've had like my parts here and there in like previous records and stuff like that, but this one was like 100% Nick, Jet, our drummer, and Jordan, our newest guitar. I mean, he's not new to the band anymore, but he's like the most recent member of the band. So them two do all the songwriting. And I don't know. I mean, I guess I can sort of speak for them and say that I see when they're writing songs and I know that like they're not really like sitting there like with a specific like agenda, like we want it to sound like this, and this. It's more just like we all listen to the same music and we all love hardcore music, and just writing a hardcore record is like the main focus, I guess.
Do you think it's a different direction than any other record, or
I mean,
just a hardcore record, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's such. Even if you write the music, that's always a hard question to answer because like you always feel that whatever you're working on currently is like the best. Every interview is like, you know, what do you think of the new stuff? And it's like, oh, it's our best record ever. And it's like that's how you're always gonna feel that way when you're in the band, you know. So this is no different than that. And I've said, you know, I've done interviews in the past where when our newer records were coming out, I would say the same thing. So it's like when I hear this record, I'm like, this is the best shit ever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like, I wouldn't say that it's like far off from anything that we've done in the past, but
you just progress.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
obviously with
there's been a lot of records in this band, so I guess it's kind of like people start expecting shit, and like it's like hard to, when you're a hardcore band, to like stick with that, and like all these people listening to you be like okay with it, and like everyone starts fucking giving their opinions on like, you did this wrong and blah blah blah, whatever.
Which it shouldn't matter.
Yeah, so I don't think that's in anyone's head in our band because we're too old to give a shit about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like people are gonna say what they want to say regardless. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still Terror, and that's all that matters to me and the rest of the band. So.
Of course. New bands that you're currently into?
Yeah, there's a lot.
Any
especially
genre?
Any genre?
Any genre.
No, that's like opening up a whole can of worms. I mean, I'll start with like there's a bunch of bands currently like in the LA area. They may not be from Los Angeles, but they're, you know, in Southern California. Forced Order, Fury, Disgrace. Twitching Tongues isn't really like new, but I consider them part of the new breed of bands.
Yeah.
And I mean, those are like God's Hate. There's like so much shit out of SoCal that's like
California's doing crazy
popping.
stuff.
You know, it's like you know, it's great. It's a great thing right now. Yeah, there's a lot of like Turnstile is a band that I love, and I've noticed that everyone across the world kind of loves. They're really like blowing people away right now. It's really cool to see that, especially because those are like good friends of ours. We've known them forever.
You guys have been a band for a really long time, since the early 2000s. You all tour consistently. Have you noticed a change in the crowds coming to your shows?
Yeah. It's kind of hard to say just because like every tour that we do they're all kind of diverse and pretty different. Like we'll go from like one thing to another. So like especially like the show that we're playing tonight is like miles different than anything that we've done before. I guess maybe comparable to Warped Tour, but yeah, I mean, I've been in the band for 10 years now, so I guess I've seen like a generation change, and there's like a lot of younger people at the shows now, which is crazy because it's kind of hard to keep the attention of young people.
Yeah.
They'll like flip-flop within, a day or two. They don't, they'll love you one day and then fucking be on to something else the next. But I've noticed that there's a lot of younger people, and yeah, I mean, I guess the only thing I can say about the difference is that people, I don't know, like, I guess they're not easily as loyal to bands anymore. They just, like, because there's so much happening and everything is shoved in your face so quickly and instantly that it's like, as soon as you like, you're done listening to this, it's like this is already pushed in your face. So you kind of like, people's attention spans have changed. So, that might be that's like the biggest difference between like when I first went on tour 10 years ago with Terror. Like, the internet was still around, but it wasn't as prominent as it is now. So like, people were like, I guess more eager to like come to your shows and stuff like that. And now it's like, you have to be doing something special for them to like come out to your show. There has to be, it's like, people now have the ability to pick and choose what they want. Like, oh, this band's come down, I don't really like them. I want to go to that show instead because there's so many shows happening. So it's like, you actually like have this calendar of shows happening. You're like, I'll go to this, and that, but I don't like that band. I'm not gonna go see them. And shit like that.
Yeah, that's true.
To me, that's the biggest difference.
Would you rather be on an all-hardcore band lineup tour or rather a mixed bill?
That's like a really good question though, because like, people would assume that just like right away it's like, oh, obviously I just want to do the hardcore tour, but like, after so many years of touring and getting older and stuff like that, it's kind of cool to do something different like this, especially because I see it from a point of view as like, I wasn't you weren't born hardcore kids. Like, we liked what we liked, whatever our parents listened to or something like that, and then one day you saw something that changed your life. And I have no problem being in a band that gets hated on for doing this kind of shit, as long as I know that like, we're playing in front of these young kids that have no idea who we are, and they might see us and be like, wow, like, what was that? Like, who is this band? And then do what I did when I was like an early teenager and like start diving into new stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like 50-50 for me. Like, obviously I'm always gonna love doing a hardcore tour because it's like what I'm like, it's just part of me. It's what I love. But it's very fulfilling to do something like this and like, I don't know, possibly change someone's entire course of their life.
So you support hardcore bands going on tour with, like metal bands, death metal bands, like...
I support hardcore bands doing what they feel is the move that they want to make, with the intentions that they have for no other shitty reason other than they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah.
So, and that's what we're doing, and that's what we've always done. That's what I love about this band, is like, said it from day one, even before I was in the band. We'll play anywhere with any bands to anybody, and like, we're gonna be us regardless of any of that shit. It doesn't matter who we're playing with.
In bands growing up, or prior to being in Terror, or currently in other bands?
I've been in a couple other bands. My first band I was ever in was called The Bandits, and we were a punk band, and we played a couple backyard parties.
Yeah.
And that was like I guess I was like a freshman or sophomore in high school, and then from there then I was in a band called Donnybrook, and with me and my brother, and that was the first time like we ever left our hometown and actually played shows in other cities, and we actually toured in Europe once, and like we went all across the US and stuff, and then Terror came along and ruined my life, and then I played shows here and there with a lot of other bands. Like, I'll play in the Wrong Side, like whenever the Wrong Side plays, twice every year or something like that.
Terror takes up a lot of your time.
Terror is always going to be the number one.
Yeah.
But there's other stuff, like I've always. Jordan has No Warning. David has Down to Nothing. Nick has Piece by Piece, which I also play in. And Scott actually has a new band that I don't think he's really talked about it yet, but he recorded a bunch of songs with,
I haven't heard
with
anything
Walter from
Running
Gorilla
Out?
Biscuits and not that Walter. older Walter.
Oh, that's cool.
Gorilla Biscuits and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, and
Toured with many bands, but is there one band that you haven't been able to get with that you wanted to either play a show with, or tour with? Any genre.
I think
I know this is gonna be
yeah,
hard
no,
for
I
you.
think I can honestly say that I've either played a show with or toured with every band that I've ever wanted to.
Really?
Like, yeah, it's actually crazy. Only because, I mean, some people won't see it as like actually playing a show with these bands when we do these we'll do like these big festivals in
Yeah,
Europe or
but it's
Australia or
technically
whatever.
you're playing a show, but
Yeah,
like
we're not
really-
playing. We may not play the same stage or something like that, but we're like playing a show
same
together.
event.
Yeah, and I'll get to see them play and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there is one band that I actually. I mean, I don't know if I would have thought about it beforehand and been like, I need to play with this band, but we are playing a show with this band, Kraft, which I never in a million years thought that would ever happen. And then we're going to Europe right after this tour, and our second show is Hellfest, which is in France now, and we're playing with them. So I'm like,
That's crazy.
I feel like a little kid. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like excited to
Yeah,
have
for
that
sure.
happen. So yeah, I mean we're lucky to be able to do that shit. It's crazy. I think like AC/DC or something is also playing
That's
the same
insane.
day, or like I don't know, something wild, like a Corn
Yeah.
maybe, something something really crazy. Yeah. So
Alright, yep. Well,
Yeah.
that's it.
It's for all you motherfuckers on the dance floor. We wrote this shit for you. The solution. Feel it. So deep inside, I get to the top of the line. You can't break the chain. Are you ready to bend? When you're back, to walk away from all that pain. There will be pain. I've been suffering everything. Now you smile when you want to know time. I've been suffering everything. Waiting for your time to get it out. Waiting for retribution. Revolution. Come on in and pray. The fight is to do. It's broken in the head. What you become so much. Watching you suffer from this something every day. Now you start watching what you have done. Why this something every day. I feel so alone. I'm in the feeling, building it up. Can't you wait, this pain. So what you